Hello and welcome back to Pro Tour Austin. I'm Randy Bueller and it is time for a deck tech with Luis Scott-Vargas. Welcome. So when last we left Extended on the Pro Tour, you were winning with the Elf deck in Berlin, right?
Yeah, and then GPLA with Teps actually, so.
There you go. We come back to the Pro Tour for Extended, and once again, I feel like there was another sort of worst-kept secret combo deck out there.
Right.
And so you're running it. Tell us about this. This has been the buzz around the hall. People have been trying to find cards for it.
Yeah.
This is Dark Depths, Vampire Hexmage. That's the combo. Sort of walk us through the mechanics of how this deck works.
The new version of Stifle Dreadnought. You sack the Hexmage, take all the counters off the Dark Depths, and make a Merit Lodge token.
Foily, Merit Lodge,
20/20 flying, indestructible.
Flying, absolutely.
So yeah, it's pretty fast, pretty disruptive. Urborg is really important because it lets your Dark Depths tap for mana. So the classic nut draws, Urborg Thoughtseize, Dark Depths, Hexmage. That's, turn 2
nice.
20/20 after taking their best card.
How many Urborgs do you actually have in there?
4.
Wow.
Because if you draw Urborg Dark Depths, it's like Urborg taps for 2 mana. So even if you draw 2 Urborgs in a Dark Depths, you're still like break even on mana. It's pretty important to draw Urborg.
Wow, interesting. And this deck's got a lot of search ability too. I mean, when you started spreading it out, I realized you've got the Transmute Land to go get Dark Depths, Muddle can transmute to go get the Hexmage, Besiege can get whatever you happen to need. I mean, that's a pretty solid...
It's pretty redundant, yeah. And then you've got Dark Confidants and Repeals, which get you a little bit more card draw.
Sure.
And possibly Vendilion Click targeting yourself, putting back a Chrome Mox or something.
Yeah, and the disruption in this deck between the Thoughtseizes and the Vendilion Clicks, that's a pretty good disruption package too.
Yeah, and Chalice of the Void stops a lot of the common answers, like Path to Exile, because you Chalice for 1. And stop Path to Exile, either Spellbomb, Repeal. They can't repeal your token if you have Chalice for 1 out.
Nice.
And then Muddle's actually disruption too, like against
like
Hypergenesis. Muddle's one of your key spells.
So what was the field you were expecting in this tournament? What was your read coming in?
Well, initially we were hoping this wouldn't be such a big deck, but it turns out it was, and we knew that.
Okay.
So expect a lot of Zoo. Zoo's probably still the most played deck.
Okay.
Although, again, like Berlin, it's probably going to do not very well. I mean...
until the GP season.
Right, I mean, Zoo's a good default, but like, I don't know how prepared Zoo is for like this. Like, if you, against a Zoo deck without like Meddling Mage, this deck just rolls it.
Okay.
Expect a lot of Dark Depths. Like, most of the people I talk to are playing it, and most of the people I talk to are, people who are pretty good. So.
Okay.
And then, Dredge is another actually deck that I thought was going to be pretty big.
Okay.
And then various blue Ancestral Visions types decks.
And then you feel good about this one?
Yeah, I like it. Again, not as much of a secret as I'd hoped, but it's very powerful. Against someone who maybe didn't know about this deck or didn't test against it, they only heard about it 2 days ago.
Yep.
It's very good. And it can get such good nut draws. Like, you want decks that can just randomly win. Like, that really makes the deck more powerful.
Okay. Now, what do you got hiding for us in the sideboard here?
Sideboard is a couple tutor targets. So we got Slaughter Pact, which you can actually tutor for with Teleria West or Besiege, and that's a way to kill something like Gadok Teague or Meddling Mage.
Okay.
A Needle, which is mainly to stop opposing Ghost Quarters, because Ghost Quarters is a card a lot of people are playing.
That card's everywhere.
Yeah, because they wait for you to sack your Hexmage on the Dark Depths, wait for it to trigger, then kill it. So even if you have multiple Hexmages, like
I was thinking multiple Hexmages would, but it doesn't if they play it right.
So you want to Needle like round 1 actually against Affinity. I Needled his Ghost Quarter.
Sure, absolutely.
A Doomblade, because you can get it with Muddle, and I wanted another way to kill like Gadok Teague, and then 2 Tormod's Crypts, Dredge obviously. Right. Dark Blast is really important in the mirror. I actually just beat the mirror with Dark Blast.
Yeah, I was watching poor AJ Sasher.
Yeah.
He had every creature in this deck is 1 toughness.
Yeah, he had 2 Dark Confidants and a Vendilion Click, and I go, upkeep Dark Blast, Dredge, Dark Blast, kill both Confidants, take 3, next turn Dredge, kill the Click.
Yeah, that seems okay.
Yeah, Damnations for like Zoo and Affinity, like they have to go all out to try to beat you, and then Damnation helps a lot there. Sowers for the mirror and for just random creature decks. And then Bitter Blossom's actually for the mirror just about only, and blue decks, but we put it in there for the mirror when we were, because it's weird in the mirror, comboing isn't very good. Like, because they've got Repeals, they've got their own Dark Depths, they have Ghost Quarter, like, it's hard to actually get a Merit Lage token out and kill them with it. Okay. Whereas Bitter Blossom works because the games take so long. And also, if you have a Bitter Blossom and they combo, you can chump their guy every turn. So it actually even works against their combo.
That all makes sense. So Luis Scott-Vargas, to the surprise of maybe no one, playing the super powerful, but maybe a little the cat got out of the bag extended deck. You've done all right with that historically.
Yeah, I mean, like, playing a powerful deck is usually a good idea. And especially I think I did a pretty good analysis of the field, but still, you have no idea. It's a Pro Tour, new format. Right. Playing like a control deck when you don't know what a lot of the decks are going to be or what they're going to have is a pretty iffy proposition.
How are you feeling about the Player of the Year race this year?
It's going to be tough. I'm going to have to do well at one of the Pro Tours probably, because the Yuya and Saito are both going to all the Grand Prix, and I'm not going to Paris or Kita Kyushu. So.
Okay, you'll hit the 2 in stateside?
Yeah, the 2 stateside is a little too much traveling. So,
No,
I mean,
makes sense.
I'm not out of it. I'm only 5 points behind.
I was gonna say 5 points behind, but somehow that's fourth.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people clustered
I know,
in
it's
the
unprecedented.
45
close.
to 50 range.
Right.
So basically, any one of those 4 people who's got like a good breakout performance, or if like Saito and Yuya can keep grinding away. Well, Yuya's top 8 at 4 GPs. That's not even grinding. That's just going, going insane. So
fair.
But it's certainly a toss-up. Like, I mean,
yeah,
I'm not going to say I'm advantaged, but I don't think I'm out of it either.
No. I mean, this seems like the right deck. This deck seems good. It seems powerful, and it seems like the field. It's not. I mean, there's hate out there, but you're prepared for all the answers. That people have,
Repeal's amazing. It disruption. It deals with like Pithing Needle and Dark Depths, which is what I've done that before.
Sure.
Like it deals with Meddling Mage. It deals with just about everything, and it cycles and like gets through your deck fast. So it's quite strong.
All right. There you go. This looks like it may be the combo everybody is talking about after this weekend. Stay tuned. We'll be keeping coverage of Pro Tour Austin all weekend long. Maybe we'll see you on Sunday.
Hopefully.
All right. See you later.